Okay, once you've got all your wires stripped off and you're ready to start assembling the power supply circuit, I want you to first take everything and lay it out like this, so you make sure you've got everything set. Make sure you've got your battery strap, make sure you've got your pigtail, make sure you've got your push button switch, and very importantly your diode. And kind of lay them out so you can kind of see how they all connect together. The diode goes between the two red wires, making sure that the gray part is connected to the pigtail. These two black wires are connected together, and these two black wires are connected together. So there's a diagram of that on, I believe it's page 2 of, no, it's on page 1. It says page 1, but it's really page 2 of the instruction circuit, or the instruction manual, so you can kind of see it. But it doesn't show the diode real easily. So the way we're going to connect these together, of course, we're going to solder them. We're also going to cover them with this heat shrink tubing. And that's pretty easy to cut. You can use a pair of scissors, or you can use your wire cutter. I just want to cut a little bit off, I don't know, about a ½ an inch or so, so I can cover over the wires whenever I put them together. Okay, once you've got your heat shrink tubing cut, it's very important you put it on before you put the wires together. So I'm going to show you how to do it with these two wires here, this one and this one, since they're kind of go together. I'm going to put it over top of one wire first so that it's back there, and then I'm going to wrap these two wires together. Now here's where, if you didn't strip them off good or whatever, you might have to adjust how much wire you've got stripped off there, but I'm going to twist them together real good like that so that they're together. And that heat shrink, after I heat it up, after I solder it together, that will fit right over top of the joint there, so that no other wires will touch it. So I'll do that again real fast over here. Take a little piece of heat shrink tubing, put it over this wire, stick these two wires together, and wrap them one around the other. All right, we'll get the soldering in a bit. Wrap them around like that, and then do the same thing with the red wires, keeping in mind that around the red wires you need to put the diode. Okay, so I've got all my parts wired together. I haven't soldered anything yet. The instructions tell you to solder one piece and then put the other piece together and then solder the next piece. And you can do it that way. I just decided to wire them all together first just to make sure everything's in the right spot. Remember, your diode has got to be facing in a particular direction, right? The gray part of the diode's got to be connected to this red wire and not this red wire. The two red wires go through the diode. These two black wires are connected together, and these two black wires are connected together. If you're having trouble getting things to wrap around each other, you can use your needle nose pliers to make it tighter or whatever in there. If you have more experience, you might be able to get it to do it with just your fingers. It's totally up to you. I've been doing this for a while, so I'm got some experience in doing that. But once again, you might want to practice on this piece of scrap wire. Just get the two pieces from your battery connector and try pushing them together like this and strapping them together or whatever, or getting them stuck together, however, just to practice. It doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt anything if you practice a little bit before you do it for real on your Seaglide, because if you mess these up, then you have to get new parts, and that's going to take a while. So you really want to make sure that you understand how to do it.